So let's try to squeeze another video in, literally. And this one will have to be under 30 minutes since I I have a bridge appointment with my family tonight. So we are in a forced bait contract. There has been no bidding by the opponents. Let's see. Let's count losers first. We have two hard losers right out of the gate. I think we can be lucky that the opponents didn't lead hearts in the first place. And we also have two club losers. I don't see those hearts being of any value, to be brutally honest. I mean, as soon as the opponents get the lead in anything, they will most likely cash those two hearts. There are no values in clubs, unfortunately. I would love to at least have like a jack or something, or even a 10, probably. To have some potential, at least if the opponents lead the suit, but nope. So, two club losers are pretty difficult to get rid of. The opponents lead a trump at the beginning, so is that possibly a clue? That we shouldn't draw trumps immediately, but that we should try to keep that one trump in dummy at least? I'm also looking at the crossruff, but not seeing much potential there, especially since there is no suit in which dummy is shorter than we are, which would be one indicator for a crossruff. Does just counting tricks help us? Not really. So how do I get rid of these two hard losers? I mean, I'd be surprised if this were possible. I mean, we could, like, exchange one hard loser for a diamond loser, basically, by just playing a low diamond from north and pitching a heart. Then we lose a diamond trick, which we didn't need to lose, but on the other hand, we lose one hard trick less, so that's basically just a simple one-for-one exchange. The problem is that I really can't see possibilities for a squeeze involving the hard suit. Like we, north and south together, only have 4 hearts in hand, so the opponents have 9 hearts to begin with. So they can discard plenty of hearts before they get in trouble. And also we don't really have a long suit to play. In the club suit, I think we should duck a club trick right early. We will definitely lose one club trick. And if we duck one early, we can at least avoid the opponents cashing too. Since if they return clubs, we still have the ace to stop it, and then maybe, just maybe, we can switch to another suit. maybe the purpose of the hearts might be just. Yeah, it's really sketchy. I'm thinking if we can somehow arrange the opponents getting down to a singleton ace and king in hearts by playing all of our trumps, for example. Because if they only remain with a singleton heart, then we can play the two of hearts and the ace and king will both fall, the jack is high. But I don't say the queen because I think we will have to pitch the hearts from dummy on our long trump suit sometime. Of course, I'm also looking at the potential fourth diamond trick. I mean, it cannot materialize right now since we only have 6 diamonds, so the opponents have 7. So the best they can be distributed is a 4-3 distribution, which is not enough because the opponent with the 4 diamonds and still stops the 4th round from dummy. But at least in a diamond suit we know that only one of them stops it. No matter how diamonds are distributed. They can't both stop the suit in the 4th round. I'm really inclined to just maybe draw trumps and then immediately duck a club. I will probably need to do something more refined than that. But if I immediately duck a club, at least I sort of rectified the count for a squeeze. So now I know that only one opponent controls the club suit. After the second round of clubs, one of them will be out of clubs for sure. And after 3 rounds of diamonds, I can also be certain that only one of them guards diamonds. So maybe there's potential for like a double squeeze with hearts. With hearts being the suit that both opponents guard. It's possible. I think I will need to take use of every entry into dummy I have. Although I'm not yet seeing how exactly. The problem being if I now just duck a club immediately, there will be no hard threat anymore because the opponent just cast 2 rounds of hearts. So maybe I should duck the club trick. Sometime later and immediately start with either trumps or potentially even diamonds. Because I want to play 3 rounds of diamonds, just so that I'm sure that only one of them guards diamonds. I might not know who, but only one of them. And then, if I play all my trumps from hand, the opponents have to find discards. but they will probably just discard hearts a lot. Like if I now play 2 rounds of trumps immediately, followed by 1, 2, 3 rounds of diamonds. I'm back in hand, I draw the last trump, and I have 2 more trumps left to play. But if the opponent's now out, if the one opponent who is out of trumps, after, when I draw the last trump pitches a heart, and then on my last 2 trumps they both pitch hearts, there are still 4 hearts out there. So that didn't get us anywhere. So if I now end up in dummy, if I now immediately duck a club, the opponents will cash their 2 hearts, but then at least they can't return hearts any further. Might the correct strategy actually require to exit hearts at some point? Just wondering. Like if I duck a club immediately, don't know if that's correct, but at least I'm also slightly worried about entry, since if on my one of the trumps the opponent somehow decide to unguard the diamond suit, I need an entry to dummy's last diamond, which must be the ace of clubs, basically. So maybe I should exit a heart instead. But what is that exiting a heart help? Opposed to exiting a club. I will surely lose 1 trick in both suits. That's out of the question. But if I exit a heart, I'm guessing I get a club return. Which in the second trick I need to win with the ace. Yeah, I'm not very good on time, so maybe I need to just try some things. I'm not expecting to get a first try today anyway. So let's. Do I want to play the diamonds early? Not really sure, since I'm afraid that once I exit something, the opponent who has the last diamond just plays it and removes the threat. I don't see any use for the Trump entry yet, which is worrying, but if I want to run the Trumps at some point to squeeze, which is basically our only chance, I imagine. In that case, I have to get rid of both Trumps from dummy quite early. And I don't really need an entry that early. It doesn't make any sense. I can easily discard some clubs from dummy, I think. Because I can't afford to lose 2 club tricks anyway. So developing the club suit isn't really an option, since yes, I would love to pitch hearts on them, but if I develop the club suit, the opponents will be way earlier with their hearts than I am with my clubs. So I don't see any value in dummies long clubs. I think I can at least safely discard 3 of them right now. I don't want to discard any diamonds, obviously. So trumps are gone. There goes the first heart. I'm not really believing this matters, but I want to play 3 rounds of diamonds at some point. But the question is, should I exit something first? Because at least for the moment I can still handle a diamond return. Because I just win it with the king in hand and I even saved my entry. And even in the second round I can handle a diamond return. So there's no problem there. The only issue being that I only have 1 club stopper. But I will duck a round of clubs. Not seeing much problem with that. And I think it's actually better to play some hard tricks. Force the opponents to win their hearts. Because I think otherwise they might focus on clubs first. And have enough hearts to discard if I continue trumps. I of course want to play the queen or the jack. I think the queen because I want a discard from dummy later. Now I can safely discard the 3 of hearts. Yeah. They are not returning hearts, so I think I'm on the right track actually. I win this with the king, I think. Now the question is, do I continue even with the other heart? Because I'm not seeing any potential in the jack of hearts. Yes, there's only one heart which is higher, but again, the opponents have only played 3 of their 9 hearts. They can still get rid of 5 hearts without unguarding the jack. I could play 2 rounds of trumps first now. Because if I get a lot of heart discards, I'm actually confident enough to even play a third round of trumps. Because the only danger in that would be that the opponents develop a long suit, in their case hearts. But if the opponents have already discarded the majority of their hearts, that danger is no longer really imminent. Yeah, I think I'll play 2 rounds of trumps now. I don't know if it matters actually, but see, there are 4 more heart discards. So the opponents are now just down to 2 hearts. 2 hearts living in. Ah, don't matter. But I need that final trump to rough a diamond, unfortunately. At some point. Don't know if now is the correct time, but well, it probably is. Since I'm a bit afraid of the opponents punching out our club stopper. That's a bit of a concern, actually. What about ducking a club right now? Did I think about that? I don't really mind the opponents cashing hearts. In that case, the opponent needs to find discards. Unfortunate thing, of course, is that I don't really have an entry back to dummy when the opponents decide to knock out the ace of clubs. Yes, I can then cash the ace of diamonds and rough a diamond. Certainly true. Maybe drawing trumps wasn't a very good thing after all. What if I now play 2 rounds of diamonds, rough the second diamond, and then exit the heart? I can only lose to the ace, so I would need to hope that the opponent holding the ace doesn't also have the diamond, which is a gamble. I'm not yet seeing the final possibility, I suppose. Let me just... Let me just duck a club for now. I'm not really seeing anything better. I think there will be a club return or a diamond return, yeah. I need to win this. I need to rough out my diamond suit right now. Both opponents follow, so I don't know who has the last diamond, but there is one diamond out there. And somebody has two clubs. So let's hope that East has the ace of hearts. No, West has it. So now I'm forced to make a discard and East can discard accordingly. Yeah, that didn't go well. Yeah, no. Alright, I need to look up the solution because I don't have enough time, unfortunately. Yeah, we can't ever establish the long club suit in dummy. That takes way too long. Yeah, I surrendered the hard trick in an attempt to rectify the count, that's correct. They can even afford to play another hard trick. They need a club. A defender with length in both minors. Okay, that one have both minors and also that. Okay. Okay, so we need to do one squeeze in our free suits, something which I haven't seen in live play ever. But it makes sense actually. I think this is quite sensible. We play all of our trumps, a bit counterintuitive, but we need to do this, even though it's super dangerous regarding the hard stoppers. But in this case, he stops all three suits and can't do anything against us since he needs to guard so many things. He needs to keep one of his high hearts. He needs to keep his 4 diamonds to stop us from developing the last diamond. That's right. I don't need to rough that 3rd diamond. I can actually just pitch something on that 3rd diamond. Yeah, and if he now discards the hearts, we can get the Jack of Hearts high. If he discards a diamond, the diamonds are now free, so I think I can now develop a trick in diamonds by just playing a 3rd round and ducking it. Yeah, now the opponents are free with their hearts. Yeah, but one needed to foresee that also, that it looks super sketchy and super scary to play all of your trumps. But it's actually necessary because it's your only real chance of making the contract in the first place. And it seems sketchy because you sort of did unguard the hard suit completely. So you have to lose a trick at some point, and the opponents will cash their hearts, which is super scary. But it works out because we are hoping that East has the ace or the king isolated at this point because he needed to isolate on our trumps because he needed to stop both diamonds and clubs. And if his ace or king is isolated, then we stop the heart suit. Only then. If East had another low heart, we would be down a lot by this point. West plays a low heart, East plays the king, plays a low heart back, West wins the ace, and plays his other hearts, which are now completely free. Yeah, very, very sketchy stuff, but okay. I think I sort of see what the only chance was. Alright, I need to play bridge with my family now. Have a nice evening all. Bye for now.